Ever feel like you're being watched when you're walking home alone at night? That prickling sensation on the back of your neck, the feeling that you're not quite alone. For most of us, it's just our imagination running wild. But for a man named Leo, that feeling was very, very real. He just didn't know it. Leo's story begins like any other night. He'd just finished a long shift at the downtown diner, the kind of tired that seeps into your bones. The last bus had already left, so his only way home was a 40-minute walk through the quieter, older parts of the city. The streets were slick with a recent rain, reflecting the lonely glow of the streetlights. Leo, lost in his thoughts about bills and tomorrow's shift, barely noticed the world around him. He didn't see the figure that detached itself from a shadowy alleyway up ahead, its pace quickening to match his cue. He didn't hear the soft scrape of a shoe behind him, but someone else did. Or rather, something else. A faint, shimmering light began to coalesce in the air just behind Leo's shoulder. It looked like a child, no older than 7, woven from moonlight and mist. It had no sound, no substance, but its eyes were wide and incredibly watchful. This was Leo's silent protector, a guardian spirit he never knew he had. As the shadowy figure behind Leo got closer, a loose cobblestone on the sidewalk suddenly wobbled. The pursuer stumbled, catching himself with a loud curse. The noise broke Leo's concentration. He glanced back, saw a man quickly duck back into the shadows, and felt a jolt of alarm. Leo picked up his pace, his heart starting to hammer against his ribs. He didn't see the child spirit gently touch the cobblestone, its tiny, translucent hand leaving a soft glow that faded as quickly as it appeared. Leo decided to take a shortcut through a small, overgrown park. It was darker here, the path barely visible under the thick canopy of trees. He told himself it was faster, safer than the long, exposed street. But danger doesn't always stick to the main roads. As he navigated the winding path, he failed to spot a tripwire stretched taut between 2 bushes, set low to the ground. It was almost invisible in the gloom. Just as Leo's foot was about to catch the wire, a sudden, playful gust of wind rustled the leaves above him. An acorn, dislodged from a branch, dropped directly onto his head. Ouch! Leo stopped, rubbing the spot. He bent down to see what hit him, and in that moment his eyes caught the glint of the thin wire just inches from his shoe. His blood ran cold. Who would do something like this? He carefully stepped over it, his breath catching in his throat. He looked up at the tree, confused, but saw nothing. He didn't see the glowing child spirit perched on the branch above, a faint, satisfied smile on its face before it dissolved back into the air to follow him. Further down the path, the park opened up to an old, abandoned playground. The rusty swings creaked a sorrowful tune in the breeze. Leo felt a sense of dread. The atmosphere was heavy, oppressive. He just wanted to get home. He started to cross the playground when he noticed a glint of metal near the sandbox. It was a shard of broken glass, large and jagged. But something else was there too. A small, colorful toy car, looking brand new, was sitting right beside it. Drawn by the odd sight, Leo paused. Why would a new toy be here? As he looked at the car, he heard a faint, almost inaudible sound from the other side of the playgrounder, low growl. His head snapped up. Huddled in the shadows beneath the slide was a large stray dog, its teeth bared, its eyes fixed on him. It looked hungry and aggressive. If he had continued walking without stopping, he would have walked right into its path. The dog took a step forward, its growl deepening. Leo froze, unsure what to do. Suddenly, the toy car by his feet revved to life. Its tiny wheels spun, and it shot across the gravel, its miniature headlights blazing. It zipped directly towards the dog, making a surprisingly loud worry noise. The dog, startled by the sudden movement and noise, yelped and darted away, disappearing into the darkness. The little car came to a stop, its lights flickered, and then went out. Leo stared, completely bewildered. He hadn't seen the glowing child kneeling by the car, its ethereal finger giving it the push it needed. Shaken but unharmed, Leo finally made it out of the park and onto his own street. His apartment building was just 100 yards away. Relief washed over him. He was almost safe. He fumbled in his pocket for his keys, his hands still trembling slightly, as he approached his building's entrance. A flower pot on a second-story windowsill above the doorway teetered precariously. The wind, or perhaps something else, had nudged it right to the edge. It was balanced to fall on anyone who walked underneath. Leo was just about to step under it when his phone, which had been dead all evening, suddenly lit up and chimed with a notification. It was a message from his sister, sent hours ago. Hope you have a good night. Love you. The unexpected light and sound made him stop in his tracks. He pulled out his phone to read it, a small smile touching his lips. And in that exact moment, the flower pot crashed to the ground, right where he would have been standing, shattering into 100 pieces. Leo stared at the mess of soil and ceramic, then up at the empty windowsill, then at the glowing screen of his phone. It was too many close calls for one night. It felt less like luck and more like something else. For the first time, he felt a strange sense of peace, a warmth that had nothing to do with the cool night air. He felt protected. Inside his apartment, Leo locked the door behind him and leaned against it, finally letting out a long, shuddering breath. He was safe. Outside, perched on his windowsill, the glowing child spirit watched him for a moment longer. It had been a busy night. With a final, gentle look, the spirit faded away, dissolving into the moonlight, waiting for the next time its silent protection would be needed. Leo never saw his guardian, but from that night on, he never felt truly alone on his walk home again. He just felt watched over. There are things in this world we can't see, forces we can't explain. Sometimes the greatest love and protection come from the most silent, unseen places. Maybe we all have a guardian we just don't know about. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the unseen world. Stay safe out there.